Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Nat Walsh. Today we're going to have a little fun with a video hashtag video hop. So what you need to do is in the search bar in YouTube, put in hashtag shop your stash challenge. This was very fitting because everything in here is very old. But, you know, I'm in winter here. I don't have access to summery things as of yet. So this stamp set and the paper pad are very old. Forgive me, but the American peeps might have some more newer things. So it's the idea I wanted to give you more than anything else. So we've got a really old stamp. It's called Ferntree Gully, the company. It is no longer around here in Australia, but yeah, I used my penny black little stamps not too long ago for another hop, another hashtag, not a video. I think it was just an Instagram hop thing. So we're going to go with some little beach huts because here in Melbourne there's a few beaches around here that have the little beach hut things. I know you also get them in England. Well, you know, we are a bunch of English people, some a bit closer to nowadays than others, but yeah, we have these little beach huts that are around the bay. And I think they're actually heritage listed. You can't do too much to the outside, and I don't think you can do much in regards to repairs if they happen, but I may be completely wrong with that. But we've stamped it out on this pink cardstock, pink paper, and this teal coloured paper. It looks a little bit turquoisey, but the theme to this is obviously summer. You had to use hot pink and teal, and pattern paper, of course, was a summer variety. What I'm doing right here, you can stamp it out, but don't stamp it out in VersaFine because we're going to use a little bit of Copic markers, but it's going to work out perfectly, but don't do it. It was a bit of a moment, a bit of a brain fart moment, I call them. But it works out, you'll see. I'm just going to go through, I stamped the pink huts and they didn't stamp very well. I didn't stamp it with Misty. And so I just figured we're going to go with the flow here. And I've used a Prismacolor black pencil and filled in sort of the lines. There's not too much. I mean, there's a bit of detail with the wood and everything else, but you know what I mean? Like it's pretty straightforward, straight lines. Just going to glue the two pink ones. They don't look as hot pink as, honestly, I swear they are. It's about the hottest pink I could get. I'm going to zoom in. This one is going to be mounted up, but you can see I've chopped off a little bit. Now, I forgot to press play. So, and you can see there that it has not really smudged. So what I did was I put the light, which is E31, over the background, as a base, and then dotted the other colors. That's why I think I've gotten very little smudging. And it sort of goes with the flow at the moment because you've got the sand. So it worked in really well. I have used some bees for the sky, but they're very light. It's just a little bit of light color, you know what I mean? Literally they are B20 and B30s. So it's super fine. Just going to put a little bit more shading in and around the wood. So underneath the little eaves of the beach huts, they're going to have a little bit of shading and fill in a little bit of a step that obviously got removed. So yeah, I had to be very careful with the sky as well because the pink and the blue is stamped with Memento, but VersaFine is stamped in the background. So yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. But I was very, very lucky that I was literally dotting sand texture in, and it's probably a little bit less texturized than I would have normally have done. So if you put up into the search engine hashtag shop your stash challenge, then you will get all the designers that are being involved in this. I think there's about 15. I'm using another Prismacolor pencil here. This one is just blue slate and it's PC 1024. And again, it's really, really hard to see. But I'm trying to honestly, I'm just trying to put some texture into the sky. So there will be a blog post that's linked with this video, and I'm going to make sure the photos there, you'll be able to see a little bit more of the texture. My light, I do this in front of a window with some lights on to try and get it. But sometimes when it's really light stuff, then it makes it a little bit harder. Just going to go through with a little bit of white. There we go. So summer paper. There you go. There you go. I'm going to cut some of this out. Yes, I've used some older cardstock. I've had a few bits and pieces lately that haven't worked out quite so well for whatever reason. I'm just going to shut off my phone because, you know, I forgot to do that. So I've trimmed that down. So there's a bit of my summer. There's my summer. Just making sure I've got the right piece there. I'm also going to put a little bit of blue. I decided I needed a little bit more of that teal color to come through. Mount that up with a little bit of foam tape. At this point, I haven't done my sentiment. So I ran the gauntlet with this baby. And just add a bit more shadows. I ran the gauntlet and I did stamp it after I foam mounted it. But it works out perfectly, you see. Spoiler alert, it works out really, really well. Just still trying to go through and add a bit more definition to everything, a little bit to my doors. I am using a very, very light hand. That's what I find that works out best for Prismacolor pencils. This is my sentiment, so I'm going to use a 49th and Market sentiment, and it's called, what is it called? Okay, Gabby's Words. I can't read my writing. I think it's Gabby's Words. So, and they're just a really great size to fit perfectly on that foam. This is me trying to figure out what I'm going to do, looking at where I've got my foam mount. This is where using the big rolls of foam that I actually get in Bunnings here in Australia, which is the American Peeps. I suppose it's like a Home Depot, maybe. It really did well for me because it was a flat area, and you'll see it's going to work out perfectly. Just making sure it is straight there. So the ink I'm going to use is the VersaFine because I am not adding any more color to my ground. I've already flirted with danger once. Let's not flirt with danger again. First time, first stamp, worked out brilliantly. I couldn't have been more happier, honestly. We've cut a little bit of blue. We've mounted that all up. The last thing I'm going to really do is put a little bit of stickles just dotted through the sand, and then I'm going to come through and swipe it. There we go. So all the information will be linked down below. As I said, if you'll find a playlist that will have the hashtag shop your stash, and you can hop along. There's actually a little giveaway, so make sure you comment. Take care. Bye.